is like. There's been a little confusion. So I'm going through it. I'm making this crystal clear so you know exactly what organic posting is and what it's not, as well as a daily schedule you should be following. And so by the time we get to the end of this special training, you are going to have an absolute understanding of what you should be posting, what you should not be posting, and the consistency and schedule of it. So what your daily organic posting schedule should look like to make quote unquote free money, follow this. What do I mean by free money? Well, organic is non-paid traffic. This is only costing you your time. If you're managing your time properly, then it will not be an issue to do, even if you currently work a full-time job. So why is this important? Well, lack of effort equals zero results. Now, what does effort mean? Does it mean throwing up a meme on your wall once every 4 days? Yes. That's not effort. That's laziness. So knowing what to do and what not to do are equally important. So you can only focus on what gets you sales and nothing else. Literally, you shouldn't be focusing on anything else but getting people on the phone. I'm going to go into this more in depth in a minute. Every single aspect of this training is important and necessary. So when you're going through the entire Course Clients program, following it to a T is key. For this specific training, following it to a T is key. Think about it like this. If you're making a dish and you look at the recipe list and you're like, I don't think I'll throw this pepper in there, and I don't think I'll cook the chicken that way, etc. It's not going to turn out like what it looks like in the photo and the recipe blog where you got it on the internet, right? You have to follow it to a T. There's no cutting corners. There's no getting creative. Just follow the system. It works. Organic proves your offer, aka your course. So what does organic do? What's the point? Well, it establishes you as an authority, establishes trust, and allows you to make money without spending money on ads. Okay, so going right into paid traffic, that's fine, but you're going to spend more trying to find your audience than proving it organically first. And also the big obvious perk is profits from organic can be used for ads. Some of you come into this program, you don't have money to sink in ads. That's okay. Follow this organic system to a T. You will get sales. You can then parlay those sales, those profits into paid ads. So the money's out there. You just got to do the work to get it. Consistency is key, plus using logic. Here's an example. If you're in a Facebook group, you're not getting results from it. The admins are being super sticklers about you posting. Stop posting in it. Okay? Don't post in it. Find a different group. Find other groups to be in. To keep doing the same thing over and over is the definition of insanity. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to stick a square peg in a round hole. If posting memes and quotes on your Facebook page walls and getting interaction, then stop doing it. Okay, you shouldn't be posting other people's quotes anyway. I see a lot of people do this. They think that is organic marketing by posting a Tony Robbins quote on their wall. That is absolutely does nothing for you. The point is to establish you as an authority, not fill in the blank famous expert. Because you know what that turns into? Well, that turns into you being a free ambassador for Tony Robbins or fill in the blank with whoever it is. So people go, wow, that's a great quote. I'm going to Google Tony Robbins and I'm going to buy his program. This is about establishing you as an authority. Go on Canva.com, make a post, a cool photo of you in a cool city or doing whatever, and put your quote on there. What does that do? It establishes you as an authority. So really limit that type of stuff to basically never doing it. That's just a good rule of thumb. Sometimes if you might see us post something on a wall of a quote, don't say, well, he did it, so I'll do it. Because we're in a totally different revenue generating level, right? There's reasons why we do that. But when you're starting out, until you're making 30, 40, 50,000 a month, you can't get away with doing that. It's all about quickly establishing you as an authority. If you post once per week, then you'll get once per week results, which is none. So thinking I'll just throw up a post once a week and I'll comment once a week in a Facebook group and I'll book calls left and right, it's delusional. Follow the paradigm shift posting style described earlier in this module. So just posting to post is pointless, right? It should make the reader be inspired to take action, which is the one thing you want them to do, which is book a call with you. If you're at less than $30,000 a month, then you should only have two focuses. One, getting people on the phone. Two, improving your program and helping your students. Improving your program and helping your students will never end, obviously. But these are the only two focuses. Say you're at $3K a month or $10K a month. What is it? The only thing that matters is getting people on the phone. Getting people on the phone, getting people on the phone, getting people on the phone. I would even take a picture of this or screenshot it, put it on your laptop background, write on a sticky note, put it on your computer, whatever it is. Absolutely focus on that only. Make sure that you're seeing that every day because that's all that matters. The more people you get on the phone, the more people you get enrolled in your program, the more massive chunks of money you can make. Now, why less than 30K a month? Because there's different levels that you'll hit or you're going to hit kind of different obstacles. And so the system stays the same, but the process can change a little bit, right? You don't have to worry about hiring people. You don't have to worry about outsourcing certain things and all that right now. The only focus you should have is getting people on the phone, getting people enrolled in your program. Now, here's a sample daily organic posting schedule. And this is exactly what you should be doing, especially if you haven't had a sale, where you're looking for your first couple sales or you're looking for your next 5 sales. Doesn't matter. This is what you should be doing. Now, why do I have this in obnoxious red bold? Because it's that important. If you're doing this consistently every single day for 3 weeks and not booking any calls, then submit a support ticket. We'll deep dive in your funnel, your offer, etc., and ensure it's on point. Okay, this is beyond key. You should be doing minimum 1 hour per day with this. Ideally 2 hours for quicker results. That's 14 hours a week. That's a baby part-time job. Even if you work a full-time job, you could do 30 minutes in the morning, an hour and a half at night instead of watching Netflix or anything. You have to make it a priority. There's no silver bullet or shortcut to doing organic. Okay, that's totally manageable even with a full-time job. That's a fact. How do I know? Because I see people do it. Now, remember, if that sounds like a lot, then remember that you're building your own business, and until you have the revenue to hire people to do this, then you have to do it yourself. Right? You are your own boss. You have to be self-motivated. You have to do the work. We've had people come in, do 10K, 15K, the organic alone. Right? They didn't even get to ads. Make 10,000 because they hustled. They didn't sleep on the, quote unquote, free money available for sticking to a schedule and taking action. So you want to be consistent with it. You want to do it every single day for a minimum of an hour per day. Ideally 2 hours. And quite simply, there's no other way to put it, but bust some ass. You got to bust a little ass. Because the quicker you build it up, it starts to snowball. And all of a sudden, you're booking a call there, you're booking 3 calls the next day, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, you have a week where you close 3 people and you make 9,000. You make 15,000. Now you've got some momentum. Now you've got a paid traffic nest egg to start experimenting with paid traffic. And eventually, you'll get to a point where you're not doing this every day. Right? But in the beginning, you got to lay the foundation. Number 1, you're reaching out to 20 people per day via Facebook Messenger. Now, you can reach out to people in your niche with a simple, hey, how's business? So let's say you are in, we'll use an example, you're in sales and you help people close more. Shoot them a quick message. Hey, how's business? Or, I see you're in the sales niche, same as me. Anything you need help with? Right? Out of those 20 people per day, maybe 3 start a conversation with you, maybe 1 books a call, but guess what? You're reaching out to 20 people per day. So run the math on that. All of a sudden, by the end of the week, you've got 7, 10 calls booked for the next week. This requires typing. It requires researching. It requires digging in to what people are going through. What problem are they having that you know that your course can solve? The whole point is just to get the conversation going. Now, this is an advanced technique, but once you're established, once the revenue's high enough, you can hire people called setters. What they'll do is they'll do this for you. They'll get commission on people that your closer will close, that they set the appointments up. So that person's job is just to sit on Messenger all day, reach out to people, get the conversation going, get them booked on a call. Your closer will get on the call with them, close them, and all this is being automated while you're sitting in Bali enjoying a fresh rum and coke, right? But you're laying the foundation right now. 2, you need to post every single day on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or all 3, wherever your audience is. Odds are they are on Facebook, though. There's 2.4 billion people active on the platform. If you think your audience isn't on Facebook, you're probably not looking hard enough. A casual search on the Facebook group search bar and being like, well, I don't see anything. You're not thinking. You're not working. You're not digging in. You have to dig in. Number 3, post in Facebook groups, forums, whatever, wherever people are in your audience every single day. You should be doing this for at least 1 hour per day. So you want to treat it like a part-time job. So remember I said a minimum of 1 hour. You really want to be doing 2 hours per day. Well, out of those 2 hours, 1 hour should be posting these groups. Now, if a group's weird, they're just extremely not responsive, they're really coming at you, leave it. Find another group. No one requires you to be in a group that's hostile. Now, this is going to require research, not, well, I checked Facebook once for groups in my niche and I didn't see any. Do the 3 tiers of groups. I've talked about this before. Your niche. So say your niche is sales. You're looking for sales groups. The second tier would be, what else are people involved with at sales? Well, maybe they're in marketing. So then that would be the second tier. And then the third would be like, maybe there's a convention that's a sales convention. Maybe there's something a product that all salespeople use. Then you would want to look for that product's Facebook group. For an example, in our niche, there is webinar software. Guess what? Our audience is in that group because they use the webinar software. So you have to look at the 3 tiers. It's not just going to be that specific niche. 4, friend people who have the problem your course solves and friend them. This is huge. If you're not doing this, you have to start doing this immediately. Here's the easiest way to do this. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. Just go into your Facebook group. Let's say the number 1 group that is perfect for your niche. Start friending every single person. Let's say you are in a yoga niche, right? You teach a specialized type of yoga. Go into that Facebook group that you're in, go down the line, just friend. You'll probably be capped at a certain amount a day. That's fine. Max it out. It should take you 10 minutes. Now what happens? Most of those people will see you in the group and accept your friend request. Now what? When you post to your profile, now remember, what you're posting on your business page and your personal profile should be mirrored. It should be about 80%. So by default, to make it really simple for you, for every 10 posts you put on your business page, 8 of those should be on your personal profile page. So it's very mirrored. So now that you're friends, they're going to see, oh, wow, that's interesting. They just did a post on this specific type of yoga, and they'll even get on the phone with me to talk about how to learn how to do it. Boom, I'm booking a call. Because if you're not doing that, how are they going to see you or your offer to call? They're not. Okay, if you're not friending anyone with your personal profile, you just have your aunts, your uncles, your high school friends, there's no one from that niche that's going to see your post. On your business page, if you don't have many likes, and even if you do have quite a few likes, the way Facebook is doing it now, they're throttling organic reach with business pages because they want you to pay for the boost. So what is that doing? You're making a post on your business page wall with a call to action to book a call. Go to your Facebook stats. Look at the actual, how many eyeballs were on that post. There's probably none or one. So it's nothing to get emotional about. It's just pure stats, pure math. In order to get more people to see your offer, you've got to get it in front of them. So make sure you're friending people every single day. What I would do is I would go into the groups that they are solving the problem, or it's in, that your niche has, or it's in your niche, and friend the maximum amount every single day. Every single day. Obviously, not everyone's going to accept your friend request. Doesn't matter. A great portion of them will. And now they're going to be seeing your post. Number 5, you can reach out to podcasts in your niche and ask to be a guest. This is a quick way to get some exposure. A lot of people don't understand podcasting, podcasters. They're looking for guests. Reach out to them. Hey, I'm an expert in blank, blank, blank. I think I could bring a lot of value to your show and be a treat for your guest. Let's talk. Get the conversation going. Do a podcast. Boom. Guess what? Now that's a piece of marketing material you can post on your wall. You can post on your profile. You can send your email list. What does that do? Being on any podcast, it doesn't matter. Establish you as an authority. That's just a quick way to get some exposure. Number 6 is think outside the box. If whatever you're doing is not this, throw it out the window. So I want you to think outside the box of what you've been doing and start thinking inside of this. This right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all you should be doing if you're under 30K a month. Consistently, day in, day out, every single day. What I'm saying about every single day for 3 weeks is within 3 weeks, you should absolutely have multiple calls booked. I'm not talking about 1 or 2. I'm talking about multiple if you're following this to a T. Now, obviously, as it's working, you're not going to be like, after 3 weeks, well, I'm just going to stop. Right? Maybe you go ham with this, and after a couple months, you've made 40 grand. Well, at that point, it's like, you know what? I really feel like jumping into paid traffic. I've made a nice treasure chest. Now I can put money into paid traffic. I know I can do organic and still make really good money. But I don't feel nervous about, putting traffic on a credit card or something. What organic posting is not. Now, this is key. Posting quotes on your Facebook page or profile of other people. I already talked about this. Does nothing for your brand. Casually posting a random thought with no CTA. Now, CTA is call to action. Always use a CTA to book a call with you. Otherwise, you can make a great post and you don't tell people what to do next. So they don't know what to do. I have no idea why it says they have to know. It's a massive typo. But you need to guide them. You make a great post. You shift their paradigm. Book a call. Otherwise, great point. Man, that's really thought-provoking. Now I'll go on looking at cat videos. Guide them. Tell them exactly what to do. Posting selfies from the beach. It's not organic. No one cares. Is that solving their problem? No. Posting links to other people's articles, videos, etc. Terrible idea. It should be all about you and the problem you solve through your course. Whatever your niche is, the people that you're helping, all they care about is, can you fix their problem? So think about that when you're posting. What organic posting is? Well, 1, posting pivots on your wall. So there's another video training on this, but an example is like the call booking rocket formula in this module, module 3. Doing a paradigm shift post with a call to action. I've already talked about that. Posting a pivot in a Facebook group, or creating a thought-provoking post in a Facebook group that creates engagement and for people to go to your profile. Now listen, if you're scared to post it, don't be. What is the absolute worst case scenario of you posting something in a Facebook group and the admin's not liking it? They kick you out. Worst case scenario, you book a few calls. Best case scenario. That's the second typo. Best case scenario, you book a few calls and make a few $1,000s. And I got to fix that right now because that is a massive one. There you go. Best case scenario, you book a few calls and make a few $1,000s, right? So it's risk versus reward. A lot of you might be talking yourself out of making money. Well, I don't want to be kicked out of the group. All right, well, you're not going to make any money. I don't want the admins to get mad at me. All right, do they pay your bills? Don't be the one to say no. Okay, we're not telling you to take a risk of, hey, go climb on the edge of that building and do backflips. It's literally just make a post. If they don't like it, they'll take it down. They might kick you out. Oh, well. Right? You've got to crack some eggs to make an omelet. Doing a Facebook live stream. Now, these are getting a lot of engagement, and Facebook's gearing up to push it more. This is literally from inside Facebook. They are going to be pushing live stream more. They're going to be rewarding Facebook accounts that are doing live streams consistently by giving them more engagement, getting more eyeballs in front of them. So focus more on doing live streams instead of recorded videos when possible. Doesn't mean you can't do recorded videos, but if it's a choice between setting up the camera and just doing a video or doing a live stream, do the live stream. If you have a YouTube channel, you can do the live stream on Facebook. It's just a fact. It's people are more engaged by it. They like things that are happening now. It also establishes more authority because they see that it's not edited. You're on the fly. You know what you're talking about. Then you can always download it and you can upload it to YouTube. So you're taking one piece of content and using it on both platforms. Creating your own Facebook group. Now there's a whole system behind this. I'm not going to get into it now, but this is an example of organic. Answering questions in other Facebook groups. We've already gone into this. Reaching out to people in Facebook Messenger, as I described before as well. And of course, emailing your list. So all examples of organic. All of this is examples of organic. But what you want to make sure you're not doing is this. Throwing up a quote, throwing up a random thought, posting a link to something that has nothing to do with anything. Think a very easy way to help yourself with this is to literally ask yourself in your post, how does this help solve a problem? How does this help them solve their problem? If it does, or it helps provoke thought with them to think about solving their problem, your method, then you're on the right track. Now, this is important. Do not be boring. I repeat, do not be boring. This is absolutely fundamental. A lot of people are posting and posting like, I don't understand why I'm getting engagement. Well, to be quite honest, it's boring. So if you're better on videos and live streams, then stick to that. If you're a better writer, then do that. Okay, everyone has their strengths. So be brutally honest with yourself. Be brutally honest with how people perceive you. And look at your engagement. If your videos are getting a lot of engagement and your writing's not, you're probably better on video. Whatever your strength is, you want to focus on that. You want to focus on using that tool. But the key is do not be boring. I see a lot of people who get into this space or they want to create a course and they wonder why they're not selling their course. And they are about as interesting as paint drying. Now, you don't have to be loud and brash and super polarizing or super charismatic or anything to sell your course at all. But you can't just be like, hey guys, welcome to this live stream. Today we're going to talk about how we're going to do yoga. So I hope you're glad to be here. I'm really glad you're here and I can't wait to show you. No, that's not going to work. Drink some coffee or something to get amped up. So in closing, organic requires work, real work. This is something important to realize. Now, is it under digging under the earth as a coal miner work? Obviously not. It's clicking some buttons. It's flipping on your camera, sharing your expertise, helping people. Once you've gotten traction, you can then start on paid traffic with the profits from your organic. So this alleviates the spending trying to nail down your paid traffic. If you have commit and you're just posting a couple of times per week lazily, you're not going to get calls booked. It's that simple. Nothing matters but booking calls and getting people enrolled in your program. So follow the daily posting schedule. Now there is a special spreadsheet we created for you. It's under this video training. Just click the button, the gold button. So you can know that you're putting in the right amount of effort to make amazing money, right? If after a week you look at that and you realize, wow, actually I only did 2 posts, but I thought I posted all week, then you're able to follow the actual numbers. The math doesn't lie. Math is not emotional. You got to look at the numbers and say, am I actually doing the work? Lastly, trust the process. Every single piece of it is important. So cutting corners, eliminating portion of the system, being lazy or not listening to your coach, it's not going to yield results. You might as well not do it at all if you're going to halfway do it. You've got to follow it exactly. And you do the work, you will reap the rewards. You cannot create and put this kind of effort into organic marketing and not book calls and not make sales. All right, I hope you enjoyed this training.